This is about the demon I never had. Hi guys, welcome to Pieces of Hair. It's another mind-blowing episode. If you're new here, we're new too. So subscribe, like, comment. I need your feedback and turn on your notification button so that when there's a new video, you will be, notified. Let me just fix my oops, okay. Bra malfunction. Don't worry. So today it's gonna be a lot of storytelling. I've got a lot of demons, right? So in some of the episode we will be talking about the demons that I deal with. You'd understand what I mean pretty shortly. This is the demon I thought I had my entire life. Okay, so I hope that by the end of this story, right, that we would pick a lot of lessons out of it, especially as adults, the kind of conversations we have around kids and how the children can misconstrue these conversations and basically impact them, this demon, the first demon that we're talking about today is about my mom's attempted abortion with me. So my mom and I, we had a very complicated relationship. It was love. There was a lot of love, a lot of resentment from my side towards her that there were a lot of things I did not understand until I was a mother myself, and by then she was long gone. Yeah, so that's another demon on its own. We will get there, but this is a story. So back in the mid 80s, yeah, I'm very old. My mom was 17 when she got pregnant with me. Per what I know up until last night was that when she got pregnant, she ran away from school. She came to her friend's place, that's Auntie Evelyn, and they tried to, or she tried, my mom tried to abort me. That she did a whole bunch of, stuff. And I was a stubborn embryo. I refused to come out. Not just that, I also heard that there were her father, my grandfather, didn't want her to keep the baby. That's me as well. So when he found out, he was so angry that he booked her an appointment, at the hospital for her to go get an abortion. And it was when she was in the waiting area, and then her name was mentioned. It was at that point that my mom then decided, no, there is no way that she's going to do it, and left the hospital. There's a branch of that story that I heard, that was, that she had spoken to my dad about it and said she wanted an abortion, and my dad had gone to steal his father's car tire, like a bus, traveling these buses, big buses. So my grandfather's car tire on my father's side, to give her the money to go do the abortion. And then I think she ran away to Takoradi or something, because they were originally in Tema. So there are lots of stories. We're going to get into that, right? The confusion around my mom's pregnancy with me. Yes, in terms of paternity, that would be in another story. It's another demon that I battle with. But this one has to do with my mom's supposedly desire to abort me, and her father's, desire for the same thing. But then it didn't happen. I've tried casting my mind back to who told me and where I heard it from and all of that, and for the life of me I can't remember, but I have a feeling it was bits and pieces, right? And I don't know if I then formed my own story, as a child from that. So I had this whole story where sometimes I would feel like I was a stubborn embryo, I was meant to happen. And then sometimes I feel like, my parents didn't want me. Like, it's just been, I don't know where I got these ideas from or stories from. Um, for the life of me, I can't pinpoint who told me what or who said what. So I grew up thinking that my mom didn't want me. And because of everything else that happened after I was born, I have blamed my coming onto this planet, for a lot of the things that my mother went through, right? A lot of the things that my father went through, and a lot of the things that they both put me through. I have felt that it was my fault, that I don't know, maybe that's just what I got, right? That was my birthright. That's my story. So I just have to roll with the punches. I can't even sit here and say that I knew the impact it was having on me psychologically or emotionally or anything like that. But now when I look back, I would take scraps and be grateful for them. You know, it happened in my relationships, romantic, friendship, even between my family members, even with my ex-husband and now with the kids and all that. It's like I never felt like I deserved anything. Yeah. I would often say the world doesn't owe you, your parents don't owe you, as in have zero expectations wherever you are. That might be true in some cases, but we deserve our dreams. We deserve to be treated the way we want the people who love us to treat us, right? And we shouldn't settle for anything less. I would settle for nothing. Honestly, I would settle for nothing just for the fact that I have someone, you know, just for the fact that I feel someone wants me to be their partner, to be their wife, to be their friend. I would take anything they give me and I will bend over backwards. I would go hungry to put food on their plate. I have done things and called it being kind when at the back of my head, I am doing these things because I know that a lot of people won't do them. So maybe if I do them, maybe if I bend over backwards, maybe if I all but kill myself for the people in my life, then they won't leave me, and then I would become irreplaceable, then I would become valuable, right? Because I'm giving them something that nobody can. And you'd be surprised. It was last night. So when I decided to do this, I thought we were even going to be talking about abortions and, the psychological effect and the fact that I am pro-choice. So the fact that uh, it's not easy for people. Being a mother, I can understand how hard it will be. I just thought we're going to be talking about maybe abortions and whatnot. That's where the conversation would go. So I just started to do my research. I decided to talk I have never spoken to anyone about it ever. I just need to talk to my mom about it. You know, I just held on to that information, thinking, I don't know. I don't know. I grew up knowing that for as long as I can remember, I knew that my mom wanted to abort me when she was pregnant because she was 17 and her dad didn't want her to keep it either. So I just started to talk to the people who were there. And my mom got pregnant. I called Auntie Evelyn. Um, just listen to a little bit of the conversation. When my mom got pregnant, also no, like Onyisaneno, she tried to abort Ami. Oh no no, Miti Acharo. Uh huh. Uh huh. When I talked to Auntie Evelyn, I thought she was protecting my mom, especially because she's not here. My mom died. So she's not here to defend herself, right? So Auntie Evelyn was like trying to protect my mom's memory, but she told me never, your mom never. The worst she did was, yeah, she was a little reckless. She came to me at home and she would take a little alcohol here and there. I don't know, probably curious to see what will happen. But she never wanted to abort you. So I said, okay, okay, I heard you. I didn't really believe it then. So I called my dad. My dad talks a lot, but listen. I'm a me pedal nebo mun commode. Hey, like I'm asking about timer me mami nyinsa nem newa. Like when my mom got pregnant with me. Yeah, like okay, say the stories I heard was that like she wanted to do an abortion initially. Yeah. So that's why I'm calling you now. So if it's not like that, you let me know. I thought the Ekota no papa neka time and don't call bush. Oh no, I'm just trying to understand like what happened. Yeah, so I called my dad because of the car tire situation and all. And my dad didn't want to approach it. He was like, "Do you know whose daughter you are? You are Angie Blabs, daughter. You're here and we all have a purpose." And my dad went on and on. I said, okay. I also thought, he was also trying to protect her memory. I have reservations, protect her memory, but I also need to know the truth, right? I deserve to know what the real story is, but that's okay. So then I called Mama. Mama, my prayer warrior, she's a woman who raised me, my mom's big sister. She's my mama, so I mean, Mama, so you know. So I called Mama, and I was wrong. I was wrong. I have been so wrong. My thoughts, the things that were in my head, they were all not true. My mom said, I'm a legacy, right? I went to Archbishop Potter Girls. my mom was there too. So my house mistress was actually one of my mom's teachers, and she's also Angelina. My mom was Angelina, so they were pretty close. So naturally we became close as well. So I'm a legacy at Archbishop Portugal Secondary School in Takoradi. Now my mom, my mom. If you think I'm stubborn, you haven't met my mom. She's the most incredible human being. Is still to me. She was stubborn, crazy. I get that from her. I behave exactly like her, talk like her. I just don't really look up, like her. So yeah, my mom ran away from school without an exit, so she was deboardinized. Typical, like, Porter style. She was deboardinized, and so when she was deboardinized, and this is what what? Let's listen to listen to Mama's story, and then I'll just. I don't know. I don't know how I heard them story. No, about when my mom got pregnant with me. Like growing up, imagine was that she wanted, an abortion when she first got pregnant with me. Really? All right. So, like you heard, right? According to Mama, when my mom ran out of school, she was deboardinized, and so Papa, who is my grandfather, my mom's dad, um, took her out of the school completely and took her to Zion secondary school, which was in Aloga, right? And then apparently, some of my aunties, our neighbors' kids and all, they even went there because my grandfather had, connections there. He was, from the town. So my mom went there. And my grandfather would go there every weekend. He was doing the trips every weekend anyway. So when he goes, you go see it. So it was one of the trips that he went, and my mom was sick and brought her home. So it was when they came home that they realized that she was pregnant. And Mama said that this is one thing that her father always said. Her father had uh 7 girls, right? Actually, okay, with say my mom's mom, right? There were other kids, but he had a lot of daughters. So one thing he always said was that for your first pregnancy, he will not take abortion is a no-no because you never know if you would become pregnant again. So this was something he was fiercely against since they were younger, right? So every child who got pregnant earlier on whilst in school, there were two of them, had the babies, right? And so what happened was when my grandfather when they found out my mom was pregnant, my grandfather then sent her to Prestia, right, where some of our family members were. And so she lived there for a while. So she took her away from, all, prying eyes and all those people. So she went there. And when I was about to be born, she now came to Sekendi Takwadi to my great grandmother and had me there. And then after 3 months, she now went to another school, which was Tamasco, right? So that's the story. What I grew up knowing was she was sacked from Portes. And then her father took her to Tamasco, and then she went to get pregnant there and ran away home, and came to her friend to try to get an abortion. And then when it didn't work and her dad found out, he also got an appointment for her. I mean, it's crazy. I actually kept the tape running yesterday because I wanted to, I don't know, just my reaction. But I had run out of memory, so I missed all that part. When I heard the truth, finally, I was wanted. I was wanted. Do you know that? Do you know that I have words of affirmation with the kids that we do, right? And the first two lines are, I am loved, I am wanted. Yes, those were affirmations that I came up with. The girls and I came up with it together. I am loved, I am wanted, I am safe, I am wise, I am beautiful, I am tough, and I am brave. These are affirmations that we take, we say. I came up with the love wanted, safe, wise, and then the girls came up with the rest. I, I didn't know, but I was trying to let my kids know that they were wanted, because I never felt like that, subconsciously. So I would hammer it into their heads. The, you were wanted, you know. My mom wanted me. I I sat here yesterday and I talked to her. I usually do that. I talked to her and I said, okay, I hear you. I hear you. You know, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, now her love makes sense, because sometimes I thought she was trying to make up for that. That she was so lovey towards me because she was trying to make up for that. I couldn't really accept her love. I mean, there were other factors. That's another demon, but it just felt like, oh, you're trying to make up for that. No, it's all real. That woman loved me like I have never seen anything like that. She loves me. I can't describe it. If you see me with my kids and you think that I love them and you can see it, it's because I saw that. You know, I just, I was the child in that situation and I didn't talk. I didn't understand her, and she tried, but I wouldn't let her. It's bittersweet, because now I'm wondering, would something had been different, would something, yeah, had been different. Is that correct English? I don't like, would something have been, you know what I mean? Would things have unfolded differently, even with the other issues? This is a demon I knew that I never had. But it was so real to me. I think I'm grateful. If I hadn't started this channel, I probably would still be walking around thinking the same thing. So I'm grateful for that. The glass is half full. But I think I just really appreciate my mom's love more now. It's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling. Can we be careful what we say around kids? Because we've got wild imaginations. Well, I'm not a kid anymore, but they've got wild imaginations. You have no idea. Look at the story that I had, that I made the story of my life, that has impacted my relationships. 3 days ago or 4 days ago, I finally got to the place where it was like, you either give me 100% or you can go fuck yourself. Learning this only solidifies that conviction for me. If you won't put your best foot forward for me, be it a friend, be it a partner, be it a blood relative or whatever, you can go fuck yourself. Enjoy your life. I will enjoy mine without you. Love you from afar. Ah, I love my mom. I do. And just knowing now that her feelings for me were her feelings for me and not because she was trying to make up for a mistake or something. I feel valuable and valued and important. And most importantly, I feel wanted. Please stick around for the next demon. Maybe that will be a real demon and not, be another whatever.